just go on and like use the one I already used. Okay, so we will just wait for him to call in.
I think he's in now. I think so, maybe.
Yeah, but without.
Yeah, we'll wait for him to call in. He'll just have to redial.
We will just wait for him. I started recording this one as
I hope
well.
that,
And how is that you do your work? Like, is it? I don't think I can't say that it's boring. Like, you get to talk to so many softwares, right?
is it boring? No, not really.
Exactly, it's not boring. Like when people tell me, like, is your job boring? Are you kidding me? I talk like to 30 people a day with different problems and different case scenarios, and your brain needs to work 24/7. Even when I'm asleep, I'm like, oh, maybe they could go this way or that way. So.
Do you do the implementations as well, or you just do the like the
We just
sales
assist. We just assist with the implementations. We have everything explained in our user manual, our YouTube channels, on our blog. So we just give out those links. But however, we are always here to help out with the implementation, like to share the screen and to see whether you are making the correct steps when importing and assembling the BOM-based products and stuff like that.
Hi.
Hello, Beck.
Hi.
Okay, let me share my correct screen. Let me share the correct
one. I need a screen here.
This would be the one. Okay, there it is. This it?
Yeah, thank you.
It's the correct one,
right? I don't imagine this telephone call is going to be cheap dialing wherever I'm dialing.
No worries. I think that they are for free.
Canada long distance?
Pardon me?
You have Canada long distance plan?
Not on this phone, no.
No.
No, I don't think that the Zoom actually charges for those, so you will be fine. No worries. We never actually had any complaints regarding that. The phone bills.
Okay, I wasn't sure because
Yeah, you're not dialing in Europe. I mean, like, this is American software Zoom, so you're fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be regarding the service project, contract, or work orders. Is there anything that you would like to ask me, or should I just show you?
Well, I guess
go ahead.
My biggest concern is doing a work order and having items on it, inventory, and then having to go to finalizing the invoice and then having to go back and readjust the inventory.
Oh, no. We came to the conclusion that you don't have to, since the work order is the one that actually uses the item. See here, if I go to a standard work order like we just did, and I put my repairment there, okay, and I put my hydro pump here, okay, and save it, and it's planned, and I have it in stock. So I will just open it. Sorry, I have to launch it first. It always glows, so this is a bit weird for me. Okay, loaded the material. This loading of the material actually consumes the part, not the invoice. And complete it as it is. Okay, it's completed now. So if I complete it here and I go to a sales order, okay, there it is. And oh, I don't have the part here. Why the repairment did not transfer over? Oh, because I did not. No time. I did not record it. Gosh dang it. So let's just see if I can add it here. Nope. So let's just do it from the scratch. Sorry.
What happens if it doesn't go to complete? Is there a way to administratively roll that back, though, the status of the work order?
The status not, but there should be like bulk action, and no, I probably have to go back and just delete the sales order first. Delete it. Okay, yeah, you can delete the sales order, and then I can probably delete my service project here that is completed. Work
you want to delete it, or
order.
can you just roll it
Oh,
back?
void it. Okay, I voided it. Okay, so we are fine. We will just create a new one. Okay, standard work order, and this time record the time, Maria. I know that it's Monday, but come on. Repairment. It is Monday. My brain is like half working. Input items, hydro pump. There it is. And the realized time, 1 hour. Okay. Save it. Load the material to put it out of stock. And complete. Complete as it is. Yes. Done. Complete it again. I don't have to. Sales order, service project. No, it's not about that. Why? The first time it added the pump, but the repairment, but now it's not. And I really need to figure out why. Service project. We did it the same, right? Just checking in. Okay, repairment. I'm not doing anything else. We just use the stopwatch to record at the time, right?
Yeah.
The last time. That's the only difference. Oh, maybe this one planned was from 1 hour. I did not input here.
Yeah,
And
like
realized if on 1 hour. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay, let's launch it. If it's this one, then we're good because at least I know what was my mistake. Okay, complete it. And complete as it is. 1 hour, 1 hour. It is completed. Now I have to complete it here as well. Sales order, yes. There it is. That was, I did not have the planned time. Okay, so now edit and just, see, you cannot remove it. But it's already removed from stock. Do you mind if I see with the development team, like how do this plan this for work?
Yeah, because I've just seen, like, Maria, in some systems I've seen the ability to say, like, there's a flag on the item or something, or there's a setting to say, like, don't show these items, basically. There's a way of hiding so that you don't have to show them. But,
no, there is no way of hiding them, but I would just want to check one thing. If I consumed this in a work order, if I am now packing it, if this actually consumes it twice, then it's good, right? But it's not consuming it twice. See, it's consumed
the work order consumes it. I mean, that's the way that.
Yes, the work order consumes it, but the sales order shows it. Okay, do you mind if I ask the development team if there is a way to actually hide these items from the list, just to hide this one, since you guys don't want your customers to see?
Well, I mean, I think it's more because the other problem is even the servicing item, like the servicing item, the servicing item is just actually the one that's not on the work order, the servicing though, right? Because it's actually underneath, like what happens if you have several operations, they all get tucked underneath the servicing item. Is that right?
You can put them all under one servicing item.
Right. You just have one item.
Yes,
exactly. Have one item called
when you put the work operation, we put sending. Where is it? Sending.
Oh, I see. You tied it to the service item. Okay,
exactly. You just need to do that. So even if you put upholstery,
so basically all your operations would be tied underneath. If you had only one line item, you just put them all to one thing called repairment. Right?
Exactly. You will put them all under one service.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's just too bad we can't hide. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's.
I will ask them. They are off for today, so I will ask them. Just give me a second to write it down.
What part of the world is your development team? Are they?
They're US. They're US. Mainly US. Some of them are here though. The web designer is here, and the guy who is doing the web shop integrations is here. Okay. Hide on invoice, right? Hide on invoice component from service project.
And is there do you guys do? Is there a way to do estimates? Do you need estimates to be done too sometimes for people, or how does that work?
Well, it's most of the repair is just. I guess, yeah, estimating would be an advantage at different points. Most of the time, it's just a matter of just proceeding with a work order or a service.
If you need to do an estimate, you will go to the sales quotation and create a new one. So this would be like an estimate for a customer, how much your repairment or servicing will how much you will charge them for the servicing or the repairment, and you will issue them this, and then you will move through the work order as standardly.
So does the estimate ever does the quotation get tied to the work order or not really?
The quotation, no. The sales order can be tied to a work order, however, not to the service project. Service project, installation project, from those two, you could actually generate the sales order and then invoice. And when it comes to manufacturing projects and work orders, the sales order can be the starting document.
Yeah, that's what I was curious by that, because I noticed that your sales order is actually at the end of the process, where it is in manufacturing, it's at the beginning normally, right? So
sales order is on the beginning process if you have a BOM-based product. So if I pick something that I'm manufacturing, like from the start, like if they start working on their pumps, I can put here, I think that I have some kind of body lotion in. Okay, there it is, body lotion. See, save it. The system goes to the quantity and says you have quantity. So if I put a different unit of measure, if I say 100 pieces and save it, then you can generate through here. Only if this is the end product that you actually manufacture in your own facility.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a little different, but I don't think it really matters to you, right, guy? I mean, how you do the sales order. Like you guys never get authorization before you have to start overhaul. Is that true, or do you guys need?
Do we get authorization?
Yeah, I mean, what if the pump's totally wrecked and you can't it's gonna like how do you deal with the situation?
Well, honestly, most pumps, any pump that comes to us, if they brought it to us, we have authorization for the most part. That's why they brought it to us, to continue. But you know, there are, you know, certain percentage that are non-repairable. So every situation is a little different.
Right. I mean, I guess you're comfortable with sending like a quote. You can send that quote to them, right, with an estimate, and that's kind of like your do not exceed, I guess, price, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And so when you get tearing it down and you realize that it's not repairable, do you charge them for the tear down, or you just kind of, or you just say,
no, we haven't been.
Oh, you haven't been. Write that off, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, the tear down process is pretty quick. The determination at that stage is really quick to determine whether it's repairable or not.
Right. You guys know right away. Okay. Yeah. All right. No problem. Yeah. Okay. So when you print the work order for the contractor, and then you receive the bill is all you do, I guess, right? And then you just
receive a bill.
How do you tie the bill back to that operation that was done?
It's automatically tied in. So once you put the contractor bill in here and put the reference number in it and what the items the service was, you will see that it is not doubled up in the accounting. However, for the accounting, we don't advise using our own. It is double entry, but it's for like mainly internal use. We just point our clients to use Quickbooks Online or Xero because we integrate with both systems.
Right. So, but this ties the cost of this back to the job. Is that what this? How does it do that?
No, this is literally just as a document that you input in.
Okay, so you're
what
saying
ties
that
it to the job is the contractor and the work operation within the work order itself.
Oh, so the work order itself, when you type in that number of how much the contractor's charging you, that's the price.
Exactly. And here you would just put, this is just the paperwork. Exactly.
Okay, so there's no link back. Okay, yeah, I just was wondering. Is that okay for you guys to just be able to send them the work order to do the work, for the machinist or whatever, instead of an appeal?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
You can
Yeah, that would
actually,
be fine.
if it helps, each document template that we have in the system has a retypable name. So you can create a new document template and you will create it for the work order. There it is. But just call it, in this case, call it contractor PO or however you want it, and just put it here as well. Contractor PO. Here you can play around with all the times, everything that you want to be seen or not, the work operations, the estimated amount. He doesn't know, have to see that, the input items, etc., and save it. And upon printing out your work order in which you have the contractor, when you print it out, you will have regular work order, contractor purchase order. Oh, I already have one. It's PO for contractor. So that one will be printed out. See, that one will be printed out. Yeah. So maybe that can be a small workaround for you guys.
Yeah. Let's see. And you guys tie into QuickBooks or Xero. The QuickBooks, I did see on your website there was some help on how to tie it to the QuickBooks Canadian edition, I guess. Is that right?
QuickBooks, yes, we only integrate with online version because we cannot access the desktop version. Of course, we are cloud-based as well. So connecting is actually really easy through administration. QuickBooks connect to QuickBooks through this page. So just click on it, it will open your Intuit page, and you just need to log into your account and you will be connected.
And what kind of transactions does it pass over? Just the invoices and stuff? Like,
just the invoices, just the suppliers' bills. So you will have, once you connect, you will have here like a small tick box. What do you want to be shown to synchronize? So maybe you will just synchronize invoices and purchase orders, but you won't ever invoice the work orders. Transfer over the work orders. What we have to offer is moving from Erpag to QuickBooks Online, invoices, bills, work orders, credit notes, stock adjustments, and that's it.
So you actually can. So does it update the item? Like, does it synchronize the items? So if you add the items in here,
yes.
It creates them in QuickBooks then.
Yes, since, for example, QuickBooks Online does not have the manufacturing side. So what we do when we send the work order, it creates a dummy bill to increase the items, the quantity, and it creates a dummy sales order to decrease the quantity. Like this one is sold under quotation marks, and this one is purchased under quotation marks. It's just a dummy document, and it does say in the I think that it's called the memo field what the work order number is.
Right. Okay. And then do people normally invoice? They'll invoice from your system, right? They'll send that invoice to the customer, right?
Yes, usually people use Erpag as a starting point, like whether they integrate with QuickBooks Online or a web shop. Erpag is a starting point because it manages the inventory.
And you guys, so with sorry, I'm just let me gather my thoughts on that. So your Xero, you also integrate with Xero as well, right? I guess that's another option, I suppose.
For accounting?
For accounting. So you guys don't integrate with Sage at all, right? There's no Sage. It's just QuickBooks or Xero, right?
No, we don't integrate with Sage. Yeah, just with QuickBooks Online or Xero.
But I believe from what I've looked at, I can integrate the Sage into QuickBooks Online because our bookkeeper currently uses Sage, so I'd want all that information probably merged into QuickBooks Online, and then carrying forward, if we were to go with Erpag, our invoicing and vendor bills would all be transferred into QuickBooks.
Yes. And then your, yeah, that's correct. And then your, I guess the only thing is the only thing you mentioned, Maria, is that your customer bills don't get synchronized. Is that right?
Oh, they do get synchronized. The
Oh, they get
customer
synchronized.
invoices. Yeah. You can
Customer,
Oh, okay.
so customer invoices, vendor invoices,
yes.
right? So if you when you receive your inventory in Erpag, and then you export to Quicken, all those vendor invoices can go to Quicken as well as the item numbers. Is that correct?
Yes. So for example, this is a purchase order for which I created an invoice. I put in the reference number, and this would go to Quickbooks Online as a bill with this item and this quantity and this purchase price.
And that part number.
Yes, and that part number as well.
Yeah, because I know QuickBooks Online has an inventory system, but it just doesn't have.
They just don't have
work
the manufacturing. Yeah. I'm just I'm thinking again, sorry, I'm thinking about your workflow, and I'm thinking about maybe if we take Tyler's advice and put a sales order as a starting point, and maybe I would just, this is just a idea, maybe you won't like it, and put your repairment here just as a starting point, right? And save it. And yeah, but from here, this is the problem. If I put my hydro pump here, let's just try it. I say that I will do this, but no, I need to have it as a bill of materials. So that's why this does not work. Let's try to put it as a bill of materials. Okay, so let's put this hydro pump, and let's create a new inventory, products and services, and it can be based on bill of materials, and this would be repaired hydro pump. Okay, and let's put it as pieces. Now you're learning how to do production. Component will be your hydro part, and your work operation would be actually your service, right? And it will be your, we had sanding, right? Okay, saved. Okay, so this is your part that you are using in the work order, and this is your work operation. Of course, you can have multiple ones. Your repaired hydro pump would be what they see on their sales order. So if I create a sales order for this and for this one, for example, and put here my price and save it. Okay, when I generate a work order for it, single level, okay, it will tell me for this, you have this work operation and you do need this input item. This input item won't be listed there. However, here you are free to change it. If it doesn't use this part, see, click on the drop down and select a different part from the drop down, you know?
Right.
Since you said that usually those parts are like unique from pump to pump, right?
Yeah.
Okay, save it. Once you save it, the system will again go through the inventory. I cheated, I put it that we have 30 in stock, so that's why it gives me available quantity. If I didn't have it in stock, it will be no quantity, and then you would move through purchasing and fulfillment to order it, right? Loaded the material to take it out of your stock. Okay, deliver the finished goods to place the repaired pump into the stock, right? Okay, and it's completed. When it's completed, you will be able to pack it. This is not a service, this is a product that you built, but however, once you pack it and you post it, what they will see on the invoice will just be this, you know, it will just say,
that's what I was hoping for.
It's not like going through the search project, it's similar to it. However, you are not doing any additional operations to take that hydro pump from the stock. You don't have to go to edit that sales order and actually delete the part that you even cannot delete now. I will, however, ask the development team about it, but however, maybe this can work to just listen to Tyler's advice and actually go through the sales order, because when you create a work order for it, you still have the work operations and you can add more, and you still have ability to actually change that part from the drop down, which one is installed, right? And only that work order takes it out of the stock, and this is the only thing that the customer will see.
Yeah, the customer sees a part number that you never have in stock, though. I guess I don't understand. Like this part number here on the sales order is a.
This is just a part number of the sales order. This is the part number that you given to a product that is based on bill of materials. Like this is what we did here is a production. We took this part and we did something to it.
Right. Yeah. Right.
If we call, yeah, because I think I was playing around with that in one of the software I was looking at. So I would create a part number for say hydro pump repair, and I'd call that part number HPR, and so on their invoice they would see HPR, which all that would stand for would be hydro pump repair.
Exactly, so and this sales order is still tied to this work order. See, that's what you wanted actually, right? To backtrack which work order is tied to which sales order, so you can track back this, like, oh, this was based on the work order 270. This one was, it's not assigned, it should have been, it's assigned to this person, and this was the input item that I used, and that's it. Maybe this is the smarter way that Tyler proposed.
And that one part item would be removed from inventory at the time.
Exactly. This part number would be removed. Yeah. It won't show up on the invoice. Only the output will show up on the invoice. Yeah.
And the okay, right. And then the is there a way to add custom fields to the work order, so you can add like the serial number and stuff? Is there a way to do that?
Well, yes, of course. You can actually add it to a pump here, the serial number. You just need to track it based on the serial number. So turn it on here. For the serial numbers, we offer manual entry. That means that you will make up your own. Auto EN13, that means that the system generates random 13 long characters, and auto increment, which will start from one number and then increase it from there. So one of those three, and upon loading the document, upon loading this hydro pump part into the work order, the system will ask like, okay, cute, but which one are you using? Like, which one are we using? Give me the number, and you will input which one are you installing.
And if you wanted other custom fields or whatever, can you add those to the work order?
Yes, this is just for the serial number. You don't have to use the custom field for it, as you can.
That's right. It was a bad example, but I meant that.
Okay. Yes. Here in the here you can have the custom fields. I have here the quality check pass, because this is something that we currently don't support in the system, and to which product category does maybe the output belongs to. So this can be input on the document level.
Right, and then that can be printed out as well on the form. Custom
yes, yes. So when you print it out, it will show up on the printout if you enable it to print out. There it is, quality check pass, product category subassembly.
Okay. Yeah, because we could put. I mean, we could use serial number tracking. The thing is, your part number you probably want to keep generic, because you don't want to have these part numbers. So you can always either put the model number in the serial number field with the serial number, right? Or you could create a custom field for it to track it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can create custom fields. Custom fields are created here on the administration. They are custom fields. So he would just need to open the product. There it is, item. Hit edit, and then actually it would be on the work order, sorry, not on the item level. Work order, there it is, where we have quality check pass, and he can put here the model number and put it as a free text and save it. So this is just the free text, whatever he inputs in. We also do have like the list. So this is the list. You have a drop down to choose from. Yeah, and you also can have amount, date and time, price. So that depends on the formatting, actually.
Right. Okay, great.
Do you have any further questions?
Right at this time, nothing that's coming to my mind right now. Sorry, I just said.
Oh, I mean, I think you went through what we needed to go through today. I don't have any other.
No, I think that's, it did show me the process which would correlate to how we do our operations here.
Yes, maybe this is not the direct way of what you meant, but you know, we do cover your workflow. Is just a bit of a workaround. It's just a bit of adjustment from your side, you know, but hopefully this is okay from you.
And you can print out any kind of labels too for anything, right? If you wanted a particular service tags and stuff.
Yes, you can print out the labels from the system as well. You just need to have it assigned here in the barcode section. Okay, you can input your own barcode. However, the system will generate one if you don't input it. And you are designing your labels under the administration. You have the label templates, created one, whether it's like this would be the template, and then you're just dragging and dropping here the items that you want to show. So the barcode, the part number, the description name. Maybe you can upload your logo here and drag that over as well. Give it a name and save it. And when you are printing the label here, you would just choose which one are you labeling, which are you are printing, whether for zebra printer or the standard office printer.
Okay.
Right.
So,
okay.
right. So you got to get a specific label printer or just on a piece of paper kind of thing with a sticker. So.
Yeah, I do have a label printer, but they're never any fun to try and connect.
Well, you just need to plug it in and you are done. Since here, the second thing that you will set up is the label print layout. Create new and choose whether it's a standard printer or a zebra printer. If it's a standard one, just put here, this is just this basic A4 format, right? You are putting here like the columns, the rows, or how many labels that you have, the spacings between them, etc. Save it and of course give it a name, and that is what prints out when you hit that print label button.
Yeah.
You're just choosing which printer, and you will get actually a preview, and from here you're just choosing your printer from the drop down menu. So it's not, there is no installation, you just need to hook it in with your computer.
Yeah, no, that looks like there's a fair amount of customization available for the labels, so that would work.
We strive to do that, to put our customers and clients in position that they can do specific customizations according to their own needs.
Right. And as far as integration with Quickbooks, that flows fairly easy. You haven't had any major issues there?
No, usually people make major issues with not setting up the taxes accordingly to the instructions, and that's where the confusion gets in. So our development team gets online with them, shows them how it's done, and once your taxes are connected, like they should in both systems, the synchronization goes in without any problems.
Right. Okay. I think like the QuickBooks Online, like there's a Canadian version, but I think I read online that you guys support that. I think.
Yes, we do support both versions, even the international.
US and Canada.
Yeah. We have clients from Singapore that are actually using the QuickBooks Online as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
And your pricing on your price web page, is that in US funds, or is that
that's
pertinent
in US.
to whatever?
That's in US dollars, yes.
Is there a minimum number of users, or it can be like 2 or 10, or does it matter how many? Or
we have packages.
I think there was a 2-user license.
2, 5, and 20, yes. But we do we do customization on our own as well. Like if you need 3 more, you will still be on the basic license. 1 additional users won't kill us or turn off the software, you know, it won't interpret with your business flow within Erpag. But if it's like more close to 5, then you would have to move on to the standard one.
And do the timesheet people count as users as well?
Yes,
Like,
yes, that's why we usually tolerate a few people up and down, because of the mobile devices. In order to use the mobile application, you need to open a user here to be a mobile device, because you are not logging in as a regular user on the mobile device. You are logging into the application with the user name and password assigned on the mobile device user tab.
right. But if you have like 10 workers that never use the mobile device and just hand their timesheets in manually, those people don't count though, right? Like if someone manually enters their time.
If they manually enter the time, well, if there is a shop floor manager who will log in the time for all other users, then he would be the only one who will access the system. The other ones would just be the employees added here in the employees. See, this is the one that I use for the work orders, and here you just need to specify that it's not a user.
Okay.
So no, somebody else is inputting the time, the realized time for him. They don't have the access to the system through the mobile application or through the desktop version.
Right. Which is kind of how this will work anyways.
Yeah, you said that you are comfortable with inputting their own time, like from their own sheet that they will provide.
Yes, yeah.
So you would count as user, actually.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Okay, we have 3 minutes left. Do you have any further questions, suggestions, maybe, inquiries?
Nothing that really jumps out at me right this minute. I have to work with it and play with it.
Okay.
Work with it, play with it a little bit more. Probably go with the whatever it is, a 15-day trial. Just I looked at the demo a few different times and played around with that a few different ways. I think going with the trial and actually putting some of our systems into the works, you know, working with our applications and not the bike
yes,
store
and
one.
not the dummy data. Okay, first, before I leave, so you guys and you leave me, when you open a trial, go to administration, database backup, clean database. This will wipe down everything down to 0, so you can start inputting your own data in. So you can just work with the parts you're comfortable with. I will be sending in the follow-up email both links to this that I will upload to our YouTube, and I will also include links to our user manual and to our blogs, in which cases are also explained, like how the integration works, what's sent out to Quickbooks, what's sent out to Xero, and how everything else works, how to import, create this, create that, etc.
Okay. Okay. Anything that a person installs on a clean database, if we do go with the system, can be carried into the new system,
yes,
correct?
as long as you purchase it before it expires.
Yeah, okay.
You have 15 days, plus you have 30 days money back guarantee on any first purchase license. So that would give like 45 days to play around. If you're not satisfied, of course, you can ask for your money back, as long as it's within those 30 days after the purchasement.
Okay. I think that answers my questions for now. Tyler, you're good?
Okay, hopefully I've been helpful. Sorry for all the messy, sorry for the messy demo. I didn't do the service project in a really, really long time. So, well, thank you for having me and hosting me. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach back. I will be sending the follow-up email in a bit. And, well, survive Monday. That's all that I can say for now.
Okay, you too. I think Tyler got cut off. He sent me a text. So.
Okay, well, have fun, Jay, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No worries, bye.
Bye-bye.